What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy J Reed for J Reed's Love of Cars. So I just came from Summit not that long ago. What did I get at Summit? Thought you'd never ask. What I got was this manual fan controller. This is a Casper Electronics manual fan controller. Now, why did I get this? The reason why I got the fan controller is when I got my Supercharged installed, I got the full-size Duet radiator, and I did not get an upgraded fan, so I'm still running the stock fan. So in the summer, when it's like 100 degrees, it gets kind of toasty. Everything gets kind of toasty. So the only other options would be to get an upgraded fan. The problem with that is what I just said. I have a full-size Duet radiator. The one fan that everybody pretty much recommends is the Pro Speed fan, and those are like $1,100. And on top of that, those are for the shorty radiators, which I don't have. There are other fans out there like Spall, but you're not really getting good reviews. So, and they are $599. So the next best solution, because it doesn't get that hot, was to pick up one of these. Now, how does this work? It plugs in between the harness and the actual fan. So it's kind of almost like a bypass. And on the other end of it, you have this button right here that goes into the inside of the car. So what happens is, if you press that button, it has 3 speeds: high, low, and neutral. If you press that button in the high mode, it will bypass the PCM and run the fan all the time on high. So essentially, you are running a manual switch in the car, but when it's in neutral, you are running the fan from the PCM, so the computer takes back over. That's the unique thing about it is it bypasses the PCM, or you can let the PCM control it. So it's not manual 100% of the time. That's probably the biggest difference between this and just putting a manual switch in. Pretty much like at the Civic, I have a manual fan switch, but it's either on or off, and if you forget to turn it on, ooh, toasty toast. At least if you forget to turn this one on, you're just letting the PCM run, so it doesn't matter. So this was a much less expensive option than trying to go with a new radiator setup or that particular fan. So then the next thing you got to figure out is, how are you going to run it? Well, let me show you how people typically run this. I'm going to pop the hood. The hood is about to get popped. The way that people typically run this fan is they'll run it up through from the bottom. You can either come up here, or I'll probably end up bringing it up, running it over here, up under the weather stripping. Take this little screw out and any other screws, and if you can see right there, there's a hole that goes down in there. You essentially just running it through the weather stripping into the inside of the car, and then you got to find somewhere to mount the switch. I may mount the switch on the bottle opener button where my nitrous switch is. That would be the cleanest location, but I have to pull that switch out and just replace it, which shouldn't be any issue. That shouldn't be an issue neither. Besides, I'm not even running the nitrous at this time, so that may be the best bet. I'm not going to tackle this today, and that switch was only like $100, so at the very least, it's going to help some. Will it solve the problem? I don't know. I need to put an external transcooler. Right now, I'm using a transcooler that came with the radiator, but I really need an external one, which I have. So we're going to go that direction too, to keep these temperatures under control. But anyway, I just wanted to drop that quick video. I'm not going to install it today, like I said, but it's going to go on there. It should take no more than about an hour to do. Real simple job, plug and play. Anyway, this your boy. If you have any suggestions in the comments for another fan besides the Pro Speed fan that actually works to bring temperatures down, let me know. I never claimed that I know everything. Peace.